Hello friends, hi, how are we today? I hope we are all doing well. I am doing fantastic. I'm here with you for the week of August 19th through the 25th. Full disclosure, it is February 9th today, and I'm obviously still making my way through my backlog in my never-ending quest to try and, what's it called? Catch up. Because apparently I just refuse to use words. Anyway, I'm using the Peaches and Cream kit from the Prairie planner. I actually used this instead of a watermelon kit last summer. I always use a watermelon kit. So I love it. It's beautiful. I'm so glad that I used it. Do not get me wrong, even a little bit. But like I always have like the nostalgia for the watermelon kit. Anywho, I really like this, but I was a monster when I tore up the bottom washi. So I had to do a little bit of sticker surgery. Then I put it on the page, and honestly, you can't tell. You can't tell. You can definitely tell when you're looking at it in person, but on screen, you guys can't tell. And honestly, it's my planner. It doesn't make that big of a deal. Anywho, I am currently, apparently at a loss for words. I have recorded this voiceover now 4 times, and it is 13 minutes. Like, ridiculous. And I will say the first time I recorded this was February the 7th. So I have been working on this for 3 days. One of the reasons is, if you saw in my February kit lineup, and I do apologize if this is redundant, but I still can't seem to get rid of the rasp in my voice. 2 months post having pneumonia, bronchitis, and a sinus infection. I don't know what it is. I've done the honey, I've done the ginger, I've done the turmeric, I've done everything. There's nothing wrong with my throat. It just is raspy, and it hurts, unfortunately, a little bit when I rasp. And it's when I talk for more than 2 minutes, which is like, I literally talk for my job, for a living. So that is a problem. Anywho, I elected to use 2 headers this week. I elected to use that copper color, which is really, really, really nice. And then I went for the pinky color. I just thought it would bring everything together really nicely. That minty robin's egg blue color, I elected not to use that as one of the headers because the date covers are the minty robin's eggs blue color. So I just think that it would have been a lot if I had elected to use that as one of my 2 headers. Sometimes if I'm feeling whimsical, I'll bring in 3. Sometimes if I'm feeling really fancy, I'll bring in the 4. But these will both end up being put, the remaining 2 will both end up being put into my leftovers binder, which will work really well. I decided to do a scatter because the week prior, I had done a straight across, and I think it turned out really well. If you haven't seen that video, I will also link that in the iCards. But yeah, my summer is coming to a close, which is really nice. I'm finally happy to be caught up. I do feel a little bit of pressure to try and get to at least November by the time that I'm done March, because let's be honest, I am 2 cues behind right now. I'd like to be just 1 cue behind, but not even. I'd like to be a week behind, but you know, being realistic, life has been very lifey, as I said, that you would not have heard in the last 3 times that I've recorded this. So there you have it. Anyway, this was a wonderful week. I was very lucky. I'm very lucky. I do a hybrid program at my work, so part-time in office and part-day at home, but I was very lucky. I had a couple of days booked off for this week, and I gave up the middle 2 days. Somebody was looking for those for vacation, so I gave them up, and instead I used the option that we have a couple of times a year just to work remotely for the full entire week, and I think it worked really well. Also, the built-in babysitting component, my mom was there taking care of the kids. So I thought it turned out really well. I had a really enjoyable time this week. The weather was a little cooler than I had anticipated. But I think one of the really exciting things about this week is the next week is into September. So I'm very excited that, you know, September is around the corner and I am finally, it feels like catching up. As always, in my sidebar, I put 2 habit trackers, and then I put my currently reading. This week, I am reading the Amnesty Games, which I believe I was also reading the prior week. Yeah, and I think it turned out really, really nicely. But the Amnesty Games is by a Canadian author, K.A. Riley, and if you were looking for a fantasy book that is dystopian, sort of Cinderella retelling, that is the one that you should go for. Very, very well done. I really quite like K.A. Riley, and if you were looking to support Canadian, there she is. So let's start out with on Monday. It was a very, very chill morning and also a very chilly morning, so I thought these Fox and Cactus girls in her pajamas were fantastic. Then just to pick up some food that my kids like to eat, because my mom is definitely an almond mom, we went into Walmart, and we also had to pick up a couple of other things. I don't know what she needed. Maybe like toilet paper, paper towel, like household stuff that you just don't think about as often. So I'm glad we were able to get there, go there. It's all nice. And then we went to this fantastic park in the area. So that was really nice, and I used a Fox and Pip icon for that. Then, unfortunately, my big guy had to have an enema. It was like an awful, horrific experience. So glad we're beyond that now. And then we had a quiet play that afternoon, so I marked that with another Fox and Pip icon, and then with Fox and Cactus, my kids and I had a dance party. Moving on to Tuesday. On Tuesday, I woke up really, really ill. I was not okay. I don't know what happened. I had a raging migraine, but like the fatigue, I've never felt like that before. And I am like a postpartum mom to 2 kids under the age of 2. So I don't know. I used a Sweet Tea Sticker Co. icon to mark the migraine, and then I had a nap. My mom took the kids. Then I went for a little walk. It was sort of all I could handle, probably just 1.5 kilometers. Probably a half a mile or half a kilometer vertical climb, though, just because of where we are on the hill. So that was a lot. The nap icon is from Paper and Milk, and the walk icon is just from the kit. Then my mom got an outdoor kiddie pool, which is fantastic. So we set that up outside. It was nice. We had an outside dance party. She's got outdoor speakers, really cool. And then my little guy got a splinter. He was very brave though, which was really nice. And then because the kids were like on one, they didn't end up having naps that day. So I enforced some quiet time, and that worked out really well. I think that worked out really, really super duper well. Then I put both boys by myself to bed that night, and I went to bed early. So the Mom Boss sticker is, I don't know where that's from, and then early night is from the Coffee Monsters Co. On Thursday, I worked. There's a nice little work setup that my stepdad has going on up there. So I just took it over for the day so that I could do my work. And my mom spent the day with the boys. I used another Fox and Coffee Monsters Co. emoji for that one. And then I spent my morning like doing work stuff, but also budgeting. I was like, oh, I have new rates for daycare for school, and then I have new rates for daycare because my kiddo was going from his daycare to the school daycare, before and after care, because I don't know why working hours are like 8 till 4, 8 till 5, but school is 9 till 3. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Anyway, then I had another dance party with the boys outside, which was really nice. And that night I had an excellent night's sleep. So that was really nice. But because I had napped so much on the Tuesday, I wasn't super duper tired. So I went to bed way, 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 way too late on the Wednesday, which was my problem. So that is the first half of the week. And then moving on to the second half of the week, on the Thursday, I used the same icon from the kit, just a laptop or a monitor icon to note that I worked from the cabin. And then I used one of the appointment labels to mark that. And then I emailed the kids' school, my son's school, just because they had still sent us literally no info on everything that we needed, class list, everything, and it turned out that was the thing that they needed for like what we need for the class list. So we ended up having to do school supplies and shopping, which was fun. We did that the next day. You'll see that. And then I ended up budgeting a little bit more tightly because there were some goals that I wanted to achieve. I didn't, but it was still digging myself out of mat leave that year. Then I called the daycare just to find out our new rate now that my big kid wasn't going to be there, and I confirmed that the last day for him was going to be August 30th, which he never even attended because he was sick, which was really sad. Then my mom took the kids to the pool by the club that we're close to. So that was really fun. They spent a lot of time there. They had the best time. And then my aunt came over. I rarely see her. I haven't seen her since prior to the pandemic, with her brand new 16-week-old puppy. And we had a really good time. That was really fun. And then I thought this mountain from Paper and Milk was really nice. We did outdoor play. But because we're up the mountain for my mom's cabin, I just thought it was cute to mark on the mountain. Then my husband finally came up, and so on the Friday, we went to Walmart to do school supply shopping, and then after that, we went to the beach. It was very windy, though, like far too windy to stay at the beach for a while. Then after that, I had a phone call with both of my favorite aunts, so that was a really fun time. And then we went to the park again, the same park that we had gone to on the Monday. It's a great place to be. Then I had a nap with my little guy, and in the afternoon we went to the pool, which is that Paper and Milk icon, and then the bed icon is from the kit. I went to bed at 8 p.m. Like, I'm very tired. On Saturday, we went to Walmart again, but we just did returns from the school supply shopping, things that we didn't need, things that we did need. And then we went to the farmer's market in the town by my mom's cabin, which was also super duper nice. It's, local produce in August in Ontario, especially in that region, is outstanding. So I love the farmer's market script or icon from the Coffee Monsters Clo, and then more outdoor play. And then because my husband had come up the day before, but I went to bed at 8, he and I just had some drinks and caught up. So I used a Teddy Plans Co. icon for that. Then we went to the pool from 2:15 to 4 p.m. It was a really lovely time, not too bright, very overcast. And then we had screen-free play before dinner with the kids, and then an awful bedtime. No clue what happened. On the Sunday, I had a little sleep in until 6:30. If you recall, my kiddo has started waking up between 4 and 5:30 in the morning, so a sleep until 6:30 felt glorious. We cleaned, we packed, and then we drove home. So the cleaning is from the kit, the packing is from the Coffee Monsters Co., the drive home is from Paper and Milk. Then when I got home, I used the Fox and Pip icon. I noted that I've harvested my tomatoes and my peppers, and then I had to do a mountain of laundry. And I finished my evening by filming my March 25th through 31st Plan With Me. So I was still 6 months behind at that point. This is how the week turned out. I really enjoyed it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this plan with me too. I hope that you are all staying safe and well, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Toodles!